This could be the most boring video ever, or it could end up being awesome. Oh, hang on. See if I can put this microphone on while I'm live. Is that better? Can you hear me now? I hadn't turned the mic on. Give me a thumbs up or something if it's working. If not, I'll unplug it and see how it goes without it on. I don't know how long this live is going to last. My battery's only on 50%. All good. Nice one, Rex. How are you doing anyway, mate? We got lots of thumbs up. People can hear me. Anyone been out shooting today? I went out, started shooting, thought I'd do a quick video, and as normal, it started to rain again. Should be making a boat, not slingshot bands, with winter coming. My garden's already flooded here, and we got like a day's worth of heavy rain on the way. So it's not looking good for the next day or two. Doubt I'll be out shooting much at all. Work sucks, man. Well, actually, no, some people love it. I used to really love what I done before I had to pack it in. Peace and slingshots. Good to see you. How you doing? I'd be a lot better if I was outside shooting, but it's just, at the moment, it's sunny, but every now and again, every few minutes, it's just heavens is opening. I've had enough of getting wet while shooting, so thought I'd come in and restock my bands. What's everyone's favourite tie-in material at the moment? I've been stuck on crystal string for so long. It just works so well. I'd like to try the amber belt again, but I'll need to learn that constrictor knot because tying them normal, just it's really bulky for light bands. I find it bulky on the pouch end, and I just don't like it. but maybe with the constrictor knot, it'll be a little bit different. You're an amber belt, man. Do you use the constrictor knot, or do you just like tie a normal overhand knot a couple of times? What do you do with it? I got loads of amber belt, yeah, and I don't use wrap and tuck much, so it's kind of going to waste. A cord person. So was that like just a cotton thread, or a waxed thread, and then you just constrict the knot there? Double constrictor knot, microcord. What is the microcode? I haven't seen that. I'll have to have a look. I'll Google it later. Wrap and tuck on the pouch end. Does that work? I've never tried that. Obviously it works. It works for you. I'll have to give that a go as well, just to see. Micro paracord. Never used it. Never used it for anything. I've heard of people using it in the bushcraft world. I haven't done any bushcrafting for a while. Does anyone else enjoy making bands, or am I just weird? Does everyone else just do it because it's something you got to do? Or do you do it because you enjoy it? I actually find it quite therapeutic and chilling, especially with a coffee fag. I can't believe the sun is so warm coming through the window now. Literally 2 minutes ago it was hailstones. Gotta go quiet when I'm wrapping, or I'll forget. And I'm really like fussy about having the same amount of turns both sides. Although this crystal string is so light, it doesn't weigh anything. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. It's something that's just relaxing. I know a lot of people hate it and just do it because it's the best affordable way. But I really do enjoy an evening or a few hours of band tying. It's so good to be able to tie your own bands, just to try new things. Elastic is so cheap, just to pick up a new roll of something different and give it a go is good fun. I got a few rolls of different stuff. Oh, there's one elastic I found which I've bought, which I'm really, really interested to try. Oh, everyone's gone. Wait there. I'm just going to grab this elastic a minute. Anyone use that? Don't know how you'd pronounce it or anything, but it's only 0.4, this one. It looks and feels really, really good. If looks and feels is anything to go by, then it's going to be amazing. But at the moment, I still got about a roll of the 100% to get through, so I'll stick with that. Someone's back. Who's in the house? Thought that was 0.4. It's actually 0.5. What is everyone's favourite elastic at the moment, and why? Good to know why people like things, not just what they like. Bands last forever. Which ones? Oh, with the micro paracord. YouTube is telling me that there's no one in here, but the chat is telling me different. These bands were lasting forever. The 0.5 still is, but I've got an issue. The yellow 0.55 100% slingshot. The first roll I had was absolutely amazing. Couldn't fault it at all. This second roll I had, everything is just the same to shoot, but there's no point me trying to explain it. Hang on. See if you can see this on the end of the roll now. Can you see how corrugated it is? And it's so weird. You lay it down on something flat, it doesn't go flat. The one edge is like that, and I doubt you can see it in. Oh, you can see the state on that edge. This is always been cut with the most blunt butter knife ever. But once you trim that bit off, I mean, I haven't noticed any difference with this roll shooting it to the last roll. It just looks terrible. I think that was one of their seconds. Not a good roll at all. I was gutted when I couldn't get hold of some more stuff, but after I opened that roll, because I tried to order it before I run out while I still got a full roll left, when I opened that roll, I was kind of like, yeah, well, maybe it's worth trying something new again anyway. What jigs does everyone like to use for their band tie-in? I love this little horseshoe thing, but I'd like to try some of the more deluxe jigs. I'm just too tight. The money spent on a different jig could be another frame, couldn't it? I got a problem with frames. Is there like any group meetings for frame addicted people? You know, like Alcohol's Anonymous, but for slingshots. My name's Roland, and I can't stop ordering slingshots. Stupid, because I mean, any slingshot out of any material I could make, but there's just something special about sitting down, banging in your order, following the tracking if you've got one, and having that new frame come through the door in the post. It I find it a bit more enjoyable than the 10 hours out in the shed and the garden making. Although there's a lot to be said for that. For years I only made my own stuff, knives, axes. Is there any slingshot makers out there who, as well as making frames from scratch, hand forge like matching knives in the one place? I know you could buy a slingshot off a slingshot maker and then commission a knife maker to make you a knife to match using the same handle, materials, etc. But is there actually a slingshot maker, knife maker that does it all in-house under one roof? Just curious. If I'm gonna go making more slingshots, I'd like to make knives to match. The materials are so nice. It'd just be cool to have a matching handle or whatever. What's everyone's favourite knives to carry these days? Little EDCs or fixed blades? Am I missing? Like, no, I'm not missing, chat. It's just me chatting, no one else. I get sick of the sound of my own voice. You guys probably will eventually. Getting sick of the sound of your own voice. I think it's a parenting thing, isn't it? How many times a day do you hear, no, don't do that? Ah, good coffee. Quite surprised. Didn't expect to have any viewers in here. Most of my audience, according to YouTube, is from America, and I'd imagine a lot of people are still asleep out there. I don't know what the time difference is like. I know it varies around. $9mm. I gotta be missing bits of chat. That's all I've picked up in the last 10 minutes is Band Last Forever, Amber, 9mm, and Law. Feel like I've missed something. Maybe not. Perhaps it's just me concentrating on tying as well. E-bike outdoors, yes. Nice to see you in here, man. How are you doing? $8:15 in California. What's the weather like out there? 8:15 and 11 a.m. I guess you're both in like totally different places. You know what? I would love to go to California. My first passion is surfing, and it's one of those places. It's like you see it in the magazines and on the TV. Glad you're doing great, man, and thanks for jumping on. You've been out shooting at all today? Do you know what? It's bugging me that I think I only done 8 turns on that. I always do 10. Not the end of the world, I guess. By the time I throw it in amongst all the other bands. Northeast Slingshot. Yes. Fair play. We're getting all the coolest guys popping in. Loving it. Cheers, guys. As much as I like making bands, I've been sat in this house for hours. I haven't really done much. And it's nice to talk to grown-ups. My kids don't come out of their bedroom, so I can sit here all day and just be silent, like. Although it's only me I can hear talking now. Do you live out near any of the cool surf spots out in California? Oh, wow. 24 Celsius, no wind. Oh, that's just perfect. Going out hunting soon. Awesome. Good luck with that. I hope it's a fruitful hunt. You know, I haven't been out hunting for a good while, and I'm itching to, but not so much with the slingshot. I used to do a lot of pigeon hunting with air rifle, and I'm starting to miss it and get the itch. Getting a little bit late. All the crops come down weeks ago now. Autumn is the best time for the squirrels. Well, they're all over the floor picking up those nuts. Do you all eat the squirrels out there when you hunt them? I've seen a couple of catch and cook videos, and they've all been American with the squirrel. I'm very much, I will not kill something unless I'm going to eat it. But to be honest, just killing for fun seems to be rife over here with slingshots. It's quite a shame that anyone can go and buy one and they just think because they own a slingshot and can hit a tin can, they can go and start knocking birds out the trees. And I'll be honest, half the people haven't got a clue about what you can and can't shoot legally under general license and the laws around hunting. I do enjoy the slingshot hunting, but the pigeon hunting with an air rifle, the way we used to do it with real birds, is so productive. It'd be nothing to sit there and shoot 200 birds in an afternoon, and it's like one afternoon out and you've just filled the freezer. That's awesome. You'll be eating them. It's nice to know. A lot of people think I'm anti-hunting because I don't talk about it. I don't put hunts or kills over the internet. I was vegan for quite a few months of the year this year. And I'll tell anyone, I've been on both sides. I've been vegan and a meat eater. When I was vegan, I was training to ride specific distances. Mikey, how are you doing? As a vegan, I could complete a 100-meter ride quicker without needing to stop to fuel up than I could as a meat eater. Straight away after switching, I felt lighter, faster, just more switched on. But I'm back on the meat at the moment now because of other reasons. But I do love a good hunt. So nice to know people are eating what they shoot. I just don't see the point in going to kill something unless you're going to eat it. There's nothing big about it. Hang on a sec, guys. Yes, Jake, what's up? You are? No swearing. You are? Can you borrow my phone charger? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Got a child who's just walked in here. Wants my stuff as usual. Typical kids. You don't see them unless they want something, do you? It's nice to know, Mikey. It's the way it should be. I get the idea of crop protection and conservation. A lot of the times I'd go out shooting the pigeon was simply because farmers are ranting or they've lost a third of their pea crops or something. So I'd give my mate a shout, my mate would give me a shout, and we'd go out and just basically be a killing spree on pigeons, but everything would get used and eaten. That's something I'm guilty of, is not using the furs. I've used feathers for fletching arrows off kills. I have used bits of fur to try tying flies for fishing, but I've never actually like tanned a fur to make something out of it, a hat or, you know, something I'd like to do. I was out the other night just having a little walk down the beach and seen a lighthouse that I've been to before, and I thought that looks dead quiet, so I'm going to go up and have a little walk up there. And I couldn't do it because I'm all up for doing things right. But this place, which is quite a popular little attraction, after dark, well, the amount of rabbits, and there's so many people down there through the summer months. So the rabbits have just become accustomed to the people around. They don't seem to care. They were literally just coming out to play 20 yards away from me. Would have been so easy to have bagged the food with a slingshot, and I had one in my pocket. But I had my car with me, which has got my number plate on it, and there is cameras about everywhere, so I just wouldn't, and I'm all for doing it right anyway. What is going on? Oh, they're right. Tidy. What's everyone's longest shot? Longest kill on anything? I'd love to have a go with a tanning. What do you use to tan it? What sort of processes do you go through? Oh, wow. Raising your own grouse to release. Is that just to have fun shooting them, or are you hoping to like just take a limited number and leave them kind of go wild, so you've always got a supply there? Green tannins. Yeah, that sounds more fun than anything. If you're going to tan a skin, I suppose it makes sense to try and use what's in that animal to try and do it, doesn't it? That kind of makes sense to me anyway. Yeah, that's the way. Looking after your future crops. Love the idea of that. Do you live sort of as self-sufficient as you can then? I've lost something though. What have I done with that? There it is. As well as hunting meat, does anyone grow food? Oh yeah, you said you were spending time at the cabin a little while ago, didn't you? 20 a year to raise, hunt 6. That's good numbers. I mean, allow for a couple to be taken by nature as well. So if half of what got left was taken by nature, you're still left with a good few breeding pairs. And if they were to double each year, as well as you releasing your few that you were raising, should have an awesome family of them there in no time. I did say a little while ago I'd never hunt an animal again in my life, mister. 150 yards on a table saw blade. That is a hell of a shot. I tried my first 100-yarder the other day. Hang on. Yeah, I went out to try this 100-yard shot. Blew a balloon up. I thought 100 yards, something the size of a balloon, that's fair game, isn't it? And I perched it up in a tree, but my eyesight is that bad. 7mm steels over that distance. I could not see them traveling, so I didn't have a clue where I was landing. Switched to 8mm steels. Could see them out to maybe halfway. Couldn't see them out past that. So I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to have to do it over water or sand or something where I can see the impacts to try and compensate. Sure, some were close, but nah, no clean hit. Absolutely gutted. But that's the eyesight thing, I think. If I could have traced the balls to see where they were going, I might have had half a chance. Yeah, the idea of a slingshot in the pocket to always have on you is absolutely brilliant. I mean, the amount of places, there's like, I go to factory units, industrial estates, and they are just riddled with rabbits. you can't legally shoot there, but I honestly think there's no harm in just whipping a slingshot out of your pocket and taking home a few for the pot. But at the moment, I'm in a position where I can't really be seen to be doing anything wrong. There's someone wants to try and hang me, and if they found out that I was doing anything like that, that would be the end of me. Did I just see right? Have I got 10 people in here? Guys, wow. That's a record for me on a live, and I'm not even shooting anything. I'm just tying elastic and talking shit. Well, it's not actually. It's more interesting than most of the stuff I talk in this house. What we got going on the chat? Have a good day, Mikey. Don't work too hard, mate. Finding permissions to hunt in the UK as well. I'd like to do a lot more hunting, to be honest. I wish everything I ate in the way of meat was wild game and free range. But it's just not that easy in the UK anymore. I mean, when I was a kid, I never went anywhere without an air rifle, and any bit of common land or anything, it was kind of like acceptable. These days, you get the dog walkers see you out with an air rifle anyway. If you're on land or even a slingshot, you are going to end up having the police on you. I had an incident where my car got broken into just over a year ago now, and a few £100 worth of outdoor equipment and slingshots gone missing. So I had pictures of all my kit. You always do, don't you? I posted them up in a local group asking if anyone's seen them for sale or anything. Can you let me know? But little did I know at the time that there was people going around smashing windows. And straight away, just because I asked if anyone sees them around and they've seen pictures of slingshot, they all just assumed, oh my God, there's a guy who owns slingshots. He must have been the one shooting windows. The amount of trouble I had in the group. Just people jump into conclusions. That 10 people disappeared quick. I don't know if there is anyone still in there. Wow, that's pretty cool. Have you seen Steve there while you're painting? I think I just seen the comment there about 58, and if I hunt a squirrel, you go into. I honestly think it should be God's given right for anyone to hunt something if they're going to eat it. If you got a use for that animal, I mean, at the end of the day, we're animals. We weren't born literally with a knife, fork, and a spoon stuck to us. We're designed to forage, hunt, and eat with our hands. And I really think it should be everyone's God-given right to be able to do so freely and openly. I know it's not for everyone, but I honestly can't see a problem with it. Can't use slingshots in NH. Oh, is that just can't use slingshots to hunt, or you're just not allowed to use a slingshot in general? Are there any countries where slingshots are like totally illegal? I know in the UK they're classed as a child's toy, unless you do harm with them, and then you'll be taken the court and tried under using an offensive weapon or whatever, which makes sense. So you can use a slingshot for pest control, but not for hunting. Did I just read right then? I was trying to concentrate on tying the knot as well. That's mad, because technically pest control is hunting, isn't it? Oh, I say about shooting things if you're not going to hurt, not going to eat it, but I got to be honest, rats are absolutely brilliant fun to shoot. If you can ever get on an egg farm and you just want fun shooting, go ratting. They're absolutely brilliant. I so wish hunting was legal just on the streets so I could park up down McDonald's in the car and just shoot rats out of my window. I'd never do it because there's too many people around, but take the kids down to McDonald's for a milkshake or whatever, sit outside there, and the rats are everywhere. Can't believe it. My local one, there's like 3 or 4 food places around it, and it is crawling. Dan, how are you doing, man? Nice to see you in here. All right. Try some a bit different. I'm getting fed up with looking at the pink. I've done a few sets so far. I think I've done 12. Let's get some different pouches out. And I've cut these a little bit too long, so I'm going to have to, each band set, just take a centimetre off. I can use that to measure a centimetre. Does everyone use lead for slingshot hunting, or have we got anyone that just sticks with the same steel that they target shoot with? Pretty amazed the other day at how hard hitting lead was on the ballistics gel that I made and shot. Didn't really penetrate an awful lot more than the steel, about a centimetre, but you can see from the slow motion impact that it just hits more than twice as hard. And I was only using 0.6 bands, 6.5 BSB. I think that's all you need for hunting any small game. The accuracy is more important. You need to find lead balls. I can recommend the cheap molds on eBay. I don't know if you get the same ones out there. Hang on, I got to count. I don't know what sort of molds they got out on eBay in the States out there, but the ones that are on eBay in the UK, the cheap ones for like 10 quid, they don't make the most perfect round balls. You get little imperfections running through the cast where they stick together. You can clean them up with a little knife or a bit of sandpaper and make them near enough perfect. Wish we could carry guns in the UK. Is everyone who's into slingshots in this? You all like gun enthusiasts as well? I've noticed a few of the other slingshot shooters have mentioned on their channels that they are gun nuts. That was the words they said, in a good way, obviously. But I've always had a passion for shooting anything. Again, trying to get firearms in the UK is just a nightmare. The process to go through for the licensing and all that, I haven't been able to at the moment. With me living in a house with 2 teenagers, I don't go to shooting clubs. I literally want them for my own entertainment and hunting needs. And I can't be bothered trying to explain to a firearms officer why I want to keep guns in the house when I've got 2 teenagers here who, we all know how stupid teenagers can be. But I'm hoping in time I can change all that. I missed that then. Oh, a bit of bow shooting is good fun as well. I think it sets you up good for a bit of slingshot shooting. I gotta be honest. A lot of the basics are the same, aren't they? My phone is going crazy. I got some family members dropping me messages, so I'm gonna have to cut this short, guys. I don't know what my battery's on either. Oh, fair play, the battery's hardly gone down. You can't beat getting up with a catapult. And I don't knock anyone who's not into guns. I don't knock anyone who is into guns. Everyone's got their own preference. But what I will say, I've shot firearms. I've shot air rifles. I think I mentioned earlier that anything that involves hitting a target, I like. There's nothing will challenge you like a slingshot. My own personal experience, shooting firearms is easy. Shooting air rifles is a lot more challenging. When you're talking springers, PCPs, easy, especially if you're bench rested. But to be accurate with a slingshot is a challenge. I know there's good shooters and there's bad shooters. Not everyone is great with a gun, but in my experience, being accurate with a gun is so easy compared to trying to be accurate with a slingshot. Am I right or wrong in thinking that? Does anyone else feel the same? Gotta trim these down again. It's only a centimetre too long I made them. Just wasn't thinking at the time. But having that extra centimetre to pull through the pouch just annoys me. Yeah, I'm going to have to go, guys. I got notification after notification. People are trying to get hold of me. And while I'm on here, I can't reply to anything. But this has been awesome. Thank you so much for popping in and having a chat, guys. I'm sorry if I've missed loads of chat things while I've been tying and that. It's just been brilliant. I did 10 people at one point. That's cool. Thank you so much. And I hope everyone's doing good and having a good day. I'll see you soon, guys. Take it easy. Look after yourselves.